Good evening, everyone. We have got a couple of breaks tonight. We're going to break a case of TriStar Game Day Greats Autograph football jerseys and also a case of Top Series 2 Jumbo Baseball. So we've got plenty to keep us busy. Before we get started breaking, though, we do have a little bit of information to go over, so that's what we're taking a look at right now. So the first thing there, I just get asked a lot about when I leave feedback, so I just incorporated it into the information I present every night. Basically, it works like this. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get positive feedback in return. That's because I have my feedback 100% automated on eBay, so you never have to wait on me. Woohoo! Secondly, thank you for being here. I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats and hangs out with me, keeping me company, keep me up to date on that Reds-Astros game. The Reds actually playing pretty well tonight against Verlander. I'm happy so far. This is a look at breaks that are coming up in the days ahead. So you'll notice that we are actually, I believe on Sunday, that should also have a 9 p.m. start time, and I somehow didn't manage to get that in there. So let's try and fix that real quick. So everything other than Friday night is a 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific start time. Friday night will be 9:30. Tomorrow night we have one new release that comes out tomorrow. That is Museum Collection Baseball. We'll open a full case of that, and that's the only thing we're going to open tomorrow. Then on Thursday we're going to crack into a brand new case of Bowman Baseball, and it's the jumbo version, so it'll be 4 boxes comprising a half case. Paper base cards do not ship to the teams in that break. It has a separate bidding category for all the paper base. Full details can be found in the listing description. On Friday, we'll open a 3-box case of our Leaf Autograph baseball bats and another case of Museum Collection baseball. Saturday is an off night, no breaks on Saturday night, but we'll be back at it on Sunday, and we'll break Series 2 Jumbo on Sunday night, same as we are tonight, with silver packs included, and base cards not shipping out to the teams, but having their own bidding category. I don't know what's going on. My spreadsheet's all crazy, isn't it, tonight? Anyway, I think that mostly fixed it. I don't know what's going on there. Here's what you need to know about what we're opening tonight. So we have 2 different types of breaks in here. A free shipping break, that's our memorabilia break, and a paid shipping break, that's our Series 2 break. So in the memorabilia break, the free shipping break, that stuff projected to go out no later than Tuesday the 25th, a week from today. Now, a lot of times that free shipping stuff ends up going way ahead of that, but it shouldn't really go any later than next Tuesday. So just look for it to go out sometime between now and then if you are lucky enough to pull one of those jerseys tonight. As for our Top Series 2, look for that to be headed your way approximately Saturday. As always, if I can get something out to you faster than the date listed, I will gladly do so. Consolation cards. We don't need to worry about that in Series 2, but in TriStar Game Day Greats, if your team is not one of the teams pulled in the jersey break, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year and any series. Because that is a free shipping break, I would typically just hang on to that until the next time that you have a package shipping, and then I would gather up any and all that you are due and send them off to you kind of all at once there. So that's how that would work. But if if you're in that jersey break and you do get skunked and you don't want to wait for your next package to ship, all you need to do is hit me up, send me a message, let me know, and I will take care of it for you. And a reminder, base cards had their own bidding category in this Series 2 Jumbo break. They do not ship to the teams. Base cards go only to that base card category. Once again, all information about that in the listing description. So first up tonight is a 5-box case of 2019 TriStar Game Day Greats Autograph football jerseys. It is a full case break. It is break number 8. And of course, everything that we opened tonight ended tonight on eBay Tuesday night, the 18th of June. Team names are on the left-hand side. Winning bidders are across from each team on the right-hand side. And what else? I think that's all you got to know about this. So, of course, a new spreadsheet will go up before we start Series 2. So if you're here for that, hang tight. And you're going to get, we'll be at your break here before too awfully long. jersey breaks usually pretty quick. And finally, this is me changing the focus. So that's why your background gets a little bit blurry here. But don't worry, gotta let us see everything even closer, right? So there you go. So let's get this TriStar jersey case cracked open. I'm going to set all the boxes out here first just so I can get them all out of the case and kind of out of the way. And then once we have them all out and they're present and accounted for, then I'll set them off to the side except for the one that we're opening currently, just to give us a little room to work. So of course there are 5 jerseys in a TriStar case. Usually we have pretty good luck. This year has been what seems like kind of heavily skewed towards the Saints, right? Like we pull Saints jerseys all the time, it seems like. So out of here this year. I don't know why, but we have, it seems. Jay Allen, you need Royals and Phillies and Reese Hoskins autograph in particular. All right, my friend, I will do my best when we get to Series 2 to get the mojo working for you. Meanwhile, Luis needs a Cowboys jersey. All right, we'll try to find you something for your Dallas Cowboys. So once again, a reminder, guys, that these jerseys are going to go to the team that's on the jersey. If we can't figure out who the team is, it would go to their current team. If they are a retired player, that would go, and we can't figure out the team based on the jersey colors or the jersey number, then it would go to the team they played for the longest. Luis, you must be living right, my friend. That's what my grandmother would say. Look at the first thing out. It is a Jalen Smith autographed jersey for your Dallas Cowboys. So there is your autograph up there. And a TriStar, that's kind of a generic thing they put in there. It's not really specific to the item, but nonetheless, it's there. And I'm looking for somewhere we should have like a TriStar sticker on here normally, which right at the moment I'm not seeing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Usually there's a hologram authentication sticker on the item itself, which right at this moment I'm not seeing, and it should be somewhere near the signature, and I don't really see it. So we do not appear to have the hologram sticker for some reason. We do have the TriStar generic authentication, and of course that right there. But you may want to reach out to TriStar, Luis, and when you get this, and ask them about that. If they can help you out, maybe they want to add a sticker to it, a hologram sticker to it, or if you're keeping it yourself, it may not matter to you. But if you're looking to resell it, you may want that hologram sticker, and the only person that can do that for you is the person that the company that authenticated it, which in this case is TriStar. All right, Brad is here. Hi, Brad. You think this next one's going to be a Panthers jersey, and MJS, I'm abbreviating your username, says it's going to be a Tom Brady. Well, how about you're both wrong? It's Tennessee Titans and Vince Young. So Vince Young, this is on a collegiate jersey, but that's all right. We know he played only for the Titans, so it's going to go there. That is a hologram TriStar sticker. That's what we were looking for on the Jalen Smith that I could not seem to locate on the item. And there is a Vince Young autograph to go along with it. And in this one, we don't have the little generic piece of paper from TriStar. So they're all over the map tonight. But honestly, the generic piece of paper is not that big a deal. The hologram sticker on the item, however, that's the one that you may need to get TriStar to replace. Once again, if you want to resell it or if you're keeping it yourself, it probably doesn't matter. Brad, that Vince Young was yours. All right, man. Awesome. Here comes Le'Veon Bell. He is in here, though, as the Pittsburgh Steelers. We can tell by the jersey color where they don't have any jerseys in here yet for him for the Jets. So it's a Le'Veon Bell hit for the Steelers. There's your JSA authentication paper. your JSA authentication sticker. And man, they've got this one all posed up in there. And there's your Le'Veon Bell signature on the jersey itself. So right now we are Steelers, Titans, and Cowboys. Kevin, to answer your question, all of that is actually outlined in really specific detail in the listing description, but it means all base cards go to the base card category. So inserts, numbered cards, parallels, things like that, all the stuff that's going to be in the center of a Topps Jumbo pack goes to the teams, but the base cards go to the base card category. So that is, again, if you go into the description, it'll tell you like in more specific terms than what I just told you there. It kind of lines it out very much. You get this, this, and this. You don't get this, this, and this kind of thing. Chuck Foreman is out next for the Vikings. And Chuck here, well, we can get this slid over. So Chuck has an autograph and a hologram authentication sticker. Looks like it is from TriStar, and then our TriStar generic paper COA in there as well. So Vikings hit with Chuck Foreman. And we've got one more coming up. Oh, well, Kevin, I mean, I did you not read the description before you bid, I would assume then? Because, I mean, I've done every break the same way, and it does, state in there really specifically in really big letters, kind of bold, and then a whole different color and, like, huge, that the base cards have their own bidding category, and it says that on every single listing, as well as going into detail about what is and isn't included. Charlie Trippy, that is really like wrinkled up, but nonetheless, there it is. It's just a little informational thing there from TriStar Hidden Treasures. And there is Mr. Charlie Trippy's autograph and a JSA authentication sticker and a JSA authentication little paperwork there in the back. So to recap it here, we have Charlie Trippy, who is out for the Cardinals. And if I can get, well, I guess that bag's not going to really seal back up, but we won't worry about that right now. All right, so Charlie Trippy is out for the Cardinals. Next up, it is Chuck Foreman for the Minnesota Vikings. We're trying to slide that back around there so you can see it a little better. And then we had Le'Veon Bell. He is a Steeler no more, but definitely a Steeler still on this jersey. So Pittsburgh getting a Le'Veon Bell jersey that, well, I'm a Steelers fan, and I don't know how I would even feel about getting a Le'Veon Bell jersey at this point. But anyway, there will be somebody out there who wants it. A Vince Young autographed collegiate jersey going to the Tennessee Titans, the only team he played for, the best I recall. And then we started things off with the Dallas Cowboys and the Jalen Smith jersey that does not have an authentication sticker anywhere on this item that I can see. Now, it's always possible that they've got it in some other place on the item when you take it out and search the item, but typically it should be right near where the autograph is, so I feel like TriStar probably somehow left that off of there. However, if that's headed your way, which, Luis, it's coming to you, I believe, you should, if you do want to resell it, if you reach out to TriStar, they should be able to help you with that and send you that sticker or do whatever they need to do with that. So give me a second to get this moved out of the way, and then we're going to be rolling on with some Topps Series 2. All right, let me take a look here because we did have some unpaid teams in Series 2. I don't know if we still do or not, but if you give me a second here, I do want to take a look at that. And we'll see where we are as soon as I can get a handle on what we're waiting on payment on. Excuse me. All right, so it looks like that did come in, and we're all clear and ready to rock and roll in that regard. All right, so let's get our spreadsheet back up here and take a look at that. So we just finished the jerseys, as you know, and then our paid shipping break tonight, that is our top Series 2 jumbo. That's what we're getting ready to break. It does have silver packs with this particular break. As you guys know, sometimes I buy this secondary market. In fact, I used to almost always buy it secondary market when they don't give you the silver packs, but since you all really like to have them, we paid the piper and got them elsewhere this year with the silver packs included. And of course, one more time, base cards do not go to the teams, has its own separate bidding category with all the details, of course, in the listing for that. It is a 6-box full case of 2019 Top Series 2 Jumbo Baseball with silver packs. This is case break number 3. Also ended tonight on eBay, Tuesday night, the 18th of June. Team names, of course, are on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders are across from each team on the right-hand side. If you're in tonight. And Kevin said the base card bidding spot was a steal. You know what? I don't hardly ever do I have time to even look at the prices or any of that, so I have no idea what it sold for. But I do know in general, it generally, doesn't go for a tremendous amount of money, especially relative to the cards that you get, because there are, good grief, probably 20 pounds of cards or so that, by the time you get it all packaged and ready to go and in the box and whatever, you're probably talking something close to 20 pounds. So yeah, there's a lot of cards in there. But I honestly didn't catch what it sold for tonight, Kevin, but I take your word for it that somebody got a good deal on it. Oh, and you said you didn't see it in the app. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that, man. I mean, I try to always encourage everybody, of course, to look at the full description of everything because, sometimes things do change up, like paper base when we do Bowman, regular Bowman, hobby Bowman ships to the teams, but then when we do Bowman Jumbo, it doesn't. It has its own bidding category. So, there are some things that change up from time to time. But I'm sorry you didn't catch that tonight, man. I mean, I try my best to make it really stand out, making it like huge and bold and different color and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sorry you didn't see it tonight. Hopefully we'll find you some good hits anyway. You said, so you need some fire tonight for the Red Sox, Ryan. All right, my friend, let's try to find you some fire tonight for the Red Sox. So the first pack through, we're going to go a little bit slower just so I can kind of get everybody oriented. I think most of you have probably done these breaks before and you know. But right now, what we're looking at are all base cards. And I'm showing you this because always in the middle of the pack, of a jumbo pack, is where we find our hits, our numbered cards, parallels, autographs, the things that ship to the teams. So in this first pack, we're going to look at everything, the base cards, the center, then the base cards again. In subsequent packs, we will just kind of go right to the good stuff in the middle and then cut off the stuff at the end as well, because again, it goes all to that generic category. So we're going to find a bunch of these, and they're all numbered to 2019. And that is for the Toronto Blue Jays first out, Matt Shoemaker. Anytime you see it with this kind of border is going to be numbered to 2019. We'll find plenty of these as well. They're hollow foil. They're typically not numbered. If we do come across one that is numbered, of course, I'll call it out. That one to Gary Sanchez and the Yankees. Faces of the franchise. Occasionally we find a parallel of one of these that's numbered. That one obviously is not for the Rockies. And a 150th anniversary. We'll find a bunch of those as well. Have the little hollow foil 150th gold anniversary stamp down there. That is J.D. Davis and the Mets. For the Blue Jays, one of our anniversary cards for Sean Reed Foley. And let's see if we are back to, so we're back to base from there. And again, in this first pack, we're going to go through and just demonstrate the fact that all the rest of this is base, just in case somebody hasn't opened jumbo packs before. You might not know how they are structured. But each jumbo pack is that exact same way. A chunk of base, the stuff in the middle, and a chunk of base on the end. All right, we are headed for the Reds with our first up, number to 2019. That is Hughes, 150th anniversary for the Twins. Evolution of baseball. We're going to find a fair amount of these. Most of them are tied to a team. Now, there are a couple of them that aren't. They're generic. And by that, I mean they talk about like the evolution of tickets or something that isn't team specific. So if we come across those tonight, what will happen with them is that we will give them out using random.org at the very end of the break. Our first relic out happens to have one of my favorite players of all time. That is Ernie Banks, and it is numbered to 150 on the back. It's going to be. That's because we have that 150th anniversary logo on the front. So whenever you find a hit with the 150 on the front, it's also going to be numbered to 150 on the back. So Ernie Banks and the Cubbies with our manufactured relic out of box number 1. So we're still going to be looking for one signature and one other relic in here. So that's the way these jumbos are structured. One relic that is a piece of a bat or a piece of a jersey, one relic that's manufactured, and then the autograph in each box is what we're looking for. Now, Vlad Guerrero Jr., guys, is an insert in here, okay? He is in there as an insert in the middle of the packs. He's also not numbered. It's technically the parallel to card number 700. For some reason, they didn't actually number him, but Vlad Guerrero Jr. is always in the center of the packs, not numbered like everything else, and he is considered an insert in this set. So he does, of course, ship to the teams. Faces of the franchise, Seattle Mariners. For the Oakland A's, you have Fernando Rodney, Freddie Freeman, Atlanta Braves. And I always just check that one going off back into it to make sure we're back to base. And that's how that rolls. Richard, oh yes, Richard, I missed your comment earlier. I'm sorry, man. I don't know how I didn't see that a second ago. Sometimes I don't multitask well. For sure, all the short prints and super short prints all go to the teams. Those, again, would be found in the middle of these jumbo packs. So all of that kind of stuff, yeah, absolutely, goes to the teams. All the contents of the silver packs goes to the teams. It's literally just the base cards that have their own category. Adam Conley, numbered to 67 for the Marlins. And a hollow foil for the Red Sox. And this I need to point out because it says New York Giants on it. And this is an old school player, Christy Mathewson. And for those of you who might not know this, the former New York Giants are the current San Francisco Giants. They did not become the Mets. The Mets are a whole other team. So anything that says New York Giants actually goes following with the franchise to the San Francisco Giants. And that was Taylor Ward for the Angels. Starlin Castro, I believe, is a short print, but nope, apparently he's not. You can tell by that little code back there. So we are, in fact, actually back at the base. Our short prints and SPs and SSPs are numbered differently, as are our stats backs. We may find some cards in here that have like a vintage stock back. Those are numbered to 99 if memory serves. So there's a few little odds and ends we haven't run across yet that we probably will before we finish up the case. To 2019, Adam Simber for the Indians. And how about the Giants with a little Evan Longoria numbered to 50. Nice. That technically that's our Father's Day parallel, I do believe, with the blue around the edges there. And the Tampa Bay Rays, that's Ryan Yarborough with the 150th anniversary. These are always fun. It's the Indians. They're iconic cards. It's reprints of, well, iconic cards. They're always fun to look at. The Yankees and Dave Winfield. And I believe we are back at the base cards from there. Pimpo is here. Hi, Pimpo. You're wishing good luck to everybody, but especially Reds, Indians, Astros, and Nationals. All right, my friend. We'll see what we can do for you. Hey, have you got the Reds game on tonight, Pimpo? What's the score update if you do? The last I saw, my Reds were actually ahead. Had a nice first inning against Verlander. An unexpectedly good inning against Verlander. First inning only, the last I saw. But anyway, hopefully we'll be able to hang on to the lead. Edgar Martinez and the Mariners. Ian Happ for the New York, or J.A. Happ, sorry, for the New York Yankees to 2019. Blue Jays Sean Reed Foley, numbered to 150 down there in the corner as well, because he's got the 150th anniversary logo there on the front. Walker Buehler, and he has the 150th anniversary logo too, but he's not numbered on the back. He's just got the little logo on the front. Greatest Seasons, Big Papi, Red Sox, the Yankees, and Don Mattingly. And, yep, back to the base after that. Ryan, you were asking about the NFL jerseys. It was, let me think, man. There was a Titan, a Cowboy, a Viking, a Steeler, ooh, and a Cardinal, Charlie Trippy. Cardinals. Oh, I'm so proud of me for remembering all five. You know I hardly ever do. Alex, you said 7-2. The Pirates are beating the Brewers 7-2? Or the Brewers are beating the Pirates? Which way is that score written? The Pirates are ahead? Oh, brother. Well, that might mess up my little fantasy tonight, my fantasy baseball tonight, if the Pirates are beating the stuffing out of the Brewers. This is Roger Clemens, and the blue cards are not numbered, but they don't come out super frequently, so take that for what it's worth. Ryan McMahon, 2019 Colorado Rockies. Faces of the franchise for my Cincinnati Reds. That should be numbered on the back, and indeed it is to 299 for the Reds with Votto, Bench, and Frank Robinson. What a nice lineup that is if you're a Reds fan like me. Hollow foil Mets, Zach Wheeler. And finally, we're going to see a short print here with Rue for the Dodgers. So our first short print of the evening headed to Los Angeles Dodgers. I'm trying to get some little piles started over here so I know what we need to recap, by the by. Reds 3-1, bottom of the 6th. Thank you, Pimpo. It hadn't changed much then. That makes me happy. Alomar, and that was the Toronto Blue Jays. The Angels and Mike Trout. Will Myers for the Padres is back to the base. Oh, you looked up yesterday's game. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, man, if the Pirates are, like, drubbing them, because I think they're playing the Brewers today, aren't they? Maybe they're not, but I thought they were. I don't know. Sometimes I lose track of who's playing who, honestly. And then we get rain delays and games rained out, moved, and postponed, and etc. They put in a weather delay for the Reds game tonight, and then no rain even came. So it was a very strange thing. Benintendi for the Red Sox to 2019. A hollow foil Alex Cobb for the Baltimore Royals. There's Tony Gwynn and the Padres. For the Rockies, it's Charlie Blackmon. And that is possibly back to the base. Yes, it is. Got to find our way into the center here. Ryan Braun, Milwaukee Brewers to 2019. Hollow foil Brewers, Travis Shaw. And Steven Strasburg for the Nationals. That's a short print as well. One of the pitchers for the Nats, I don't remember who it was, though. I just saw a little clip of it taking batting practice and was doing like a practice bunt. Might have been Scherzer, and somehow managed to knock the ball back into his own face and broke his nose. Lorenzo Cain and the Brewers. The Braves and Dale Murphy. And our second relic out of this box is Chris Archer for the Pirates, and it is the gold parallel numbered to 50. So yeah, I think it was Scherzer, but they just showed a little clip of it tonight briefly, and of course I was working on getting stuff ready for the break, and I tried to run and catch it, and I only kind of saw the tail end of it, but apparently that's what happened. You said listening to the sound of the packs opening makes you want to run out and buy them. I know, right? Honestly, if I didn't do breaks, I don't know how much money I would spend on cards for myself. It would be much more than it is currently. I already spend plenty of money on cards for myself, but it would, in fact, that was base. In fact, I'd spend a lot more if I wasn't able to scratch my itch a little bit by doing breaks. Gary V's insert for the Indians with Jose Ramirez. The first home run challenge that we have pulled out. So these are cool. When you get it, if it's headed to you, you just scratch off that little box on the back, go to that website, you enter a code, and then you get to pick a day when you think that that player is going to hit a home run. If they hit a home run on that day that you have chosen, you get a special little Tops Now card and get entered into a drawing, I think, for a trip to the Home Run Derby, right? For the All-Star Weekend, I think. Once again, New York Giants of old are San Francisco Giants of today, so that heads to San Fran. And our autograph out of box number 1 headed to Atlanta. Sean Newcomb comes out for the Atlanta Braves. Behind that, Michael Kopech, 35th anniversary for the White Sox. All right, box number 1 in the books. Upward and onward we go. So they had a Johnny Bench Award thing apparently in Cincinnati tonight, and they give all the catchers from not just Ohio, but apparently Ohio, Kentucky, a few surrounding states. They give the best ones in like the high school level and the college level and even softball and stuff, the Johnny Bench Award for the best catcher. So that was kind of neat to see tonight. Johnny Bench, Hank Aaron, my two favorite players in the world. And then, of course, I like Ernie Banks that we saw earlier, and a few others, Ozzie Smith. I have my little handful of favorites. To 2019, Kyle Freeland for the Rockies. Samardzija, I never say his name right, and I know I don't. That's for the Giants. Never in my life have I said that man's name right. Cody Bellinger, short print, Dodgers. Behind that is an evolution of baseball, and it is the Chicago White Sox. Once again, we see our manufactured relic out first. This one is Tony Gwynn. It's the Padres, but the really cool part about it, it's numbered to 50. So it's the gold parallel of Tony Gwynn and the Padres. So very nice little manufactured hit there for San Diego. The Twins and Jake Cave. And I think we're base after that. Yeah, we are. Ryan, you always loved Johnny Bench. Me too. I mean, he was my favorite player always. When I was very young during the time that the Big Red Machine was in action, but I do remember enough about it that I chose Johnny Bench. He was just the guy I liked. My sister was a Pete Rose fan, but I was always a Johnny Bench fan. For the Mets, that is Dominic Smith to 2019. A hollow foil, Zach Greinke for the D-backs. Faces of the franchise, the Oakland A's. Manny Machado with the 150th anniversary stamp on it. Cal Ripken Jr., Orioles, and then we are back at our base after that. I think it's cool that Johnny Bench comes back and does stuff. I guess Pete Rose apparently isn't allowed to unless he buys a ticket. That's what he said in an interview recently, that he was, of course, allowed to come back for certain things. They invite him back. Like, when they did his statue out front and a couple other things. But like on a general day of the week, he's supposedly not supposed to be in the stadium or has to buy a ticket for it. I don't know. I only heard part of it. Faces of the franchise for the Reds. Ted Williams and the Red Sox. That is numbered to 299. About took it out of view too quickly without catching that number on the back. To 150. Not numbered to 150. Has the 150 logo. Thought it was going to be numbered on the back, but they fooled me. It was not for the Red Sox. Pittsburgh Pirates, Kyle Crick. White Sox, Michael Kopech. So, yeah, I thought, Pete Rose was kind of, I guess, saying maybe not that he's not allowed, but that he wasn't invited or he wasn't welcome around the team or something. I don't know. It was kind of sad. Because he's a legendary Red. For sure. There's, we all know what happened with Pete Rose, but still, he is always a part of the Reds family. So I do think it's kind of sad if they only allow him back for certain things. This one is numbered to 150, and it is one of our stats back, I believe, is what we call it, cards that have some advanced statistic information back there. And where are we going to put that? We'll put that over there with the numbered stuff. Tampa Bay Rays hollow foil, Farmer. And St. Louis Cardinals greatest moments for the Phillies, De Los Santos. And that's it for that pack. Ryan, Ryan says Johnny Bench could hold 27 baseballs in his hand, and then, or was it 5? LOL. Yeah, I'm adding the LOL. Yeah. Yeah, Johnny Bench was just so awesome. And he doesn't look much different, honestly. Like they showed him tonight. I mean, yeah, he's gained some weight and lost some hair. But, I mean, you look at him and it's still, he still just looks like Johnny Bench. You look at some players, they don't age quite as well. To 2019, that is Lance McCullers Jr. for the Astros. The Marlins Galloway Hollow Foil. Evolution of Baseball. This is one of the ones I was talking about. No team involved with it. Scoreboard and Jumbotron. So what's going to happen is it's going to sit right up there in our little housekeeping area. We'll deal with it at the end of the break. Derek Jeter and the Yankees. Our second autograph out of box number 2 is a nice numbered one to 25. Juan Soto and the Nationals. So how about that? That's what you need, Pimpo, right? I think you wanted the Nats. So you got a little chunk of Juan Soto's baseball bat numbered to 25. Not too shabby. Oh, and it went in upside down. Doesn't that figure? Try that again. Now, can you even see the number on it? It's right there, but I don't know how well it's showing up on the camera, but it is numbered to 25. So that's the good news. That's the happy part of that story. Cody Bellinger, Dodgers. To 2019. Don't forget All-Star voting. Seeing Cody reminds me of that. Hollow foil for the Cardinals. Ken Griffey Jr. for the Mariners. For the Braves, it is Bryce Wilson. So, yeah, I think we have until Friday. And then after that, they figure out who the top vote getters are, and then you vote again to figure out from those who's going to be the starter. But we're running almost out of time, so if you're interested in voting for the All-Star ballot, you better get your vote on. But Cody Bellinger, I think, if I'm remembering right, is the leading overall vote getter, period. Maybe. He's got a lot. Josh Rogers to 2019 Orioles. Another Vlad Guerrero Jr. insert for the Blue Jays, his rookie card insert. And you know what? Maybe we should set those out as well. You might want to know, if you've got the Blue Jays, you probably want to know how many of those you get. I think that's our second one. And our first case we found 4, if I remember correctly. Our second case, I believe, we had a 5th one, I think. Wouldn't swear to it, but that sounds right. Ramirez for the Angels. Stan Musial for the Cardinals. For the Cubs, Wilson Contreras. So, we'll see how many Vlad Juniors we pull tonight. Odd, though, that they forgot to number it, I thought. I guess it was just an oversight on their part, but either way, they made it an insert, so much the better, I guess. We can keep track of them anyway. Adam Frazier, Pirates to 2019. A hollow foil for the Astros with McHugh. Bagwell, Astros. And Astros with Dietz. Got a little run of Astros right there. And we have a short print here for the Tampa Bay Rays with Choi. Or actually, that's not a short print. I'm sorry, guys. I thought that was based on the image on it, but then I can look on the code on the back and see that it is actually just one of our base cards, which end in 062. That's why I always flip them and check them. Our short prints end in 031, and our SSPs end in 032. Tops doesn't necessarily mean to make it the codes to help us, but yet nonetheless they always do. Beckett always publishes that, by the way, if you ever want to know like what codes match up to what in Series 1 or 2 or update. Beckett always publishes that. To 2019, that is the Oakland A's. And for the New York Yankees, that is Austin Romine. And that is the, it's numbered to 99. It's the vintage cardstock I was telling you about. So that's what I'm referring to that as vintage cardstock. It may, technically, they may call it something different, but I think you know to what I refer when I say it that way. Marte, 150th logo for the Diamondbacks. Ozzie Albies, short print for the A's, showing off his fashion sense there. There's a whole group of SPs that show the various fashions in this set. Ted Williams, Red Sox. The Marlins and Trevor Richards. And I think that's it. So we've got one pack left, waiting to see our autograph come out, just exactly like it fell the last case, the last pack. Makes it kind of crazy when it falls that way. We have another home run challenge. This one, you'd be pretty likely to cash in on, I imagine. It is Yelich and the Brewers. He slowed down a little since he came back from his injury, but not a lot. Duke Snyder for the Dodgers. Our autograph, wow, 2 for 2 Braves. First box was Braves Sean Newcomb, and our second box here is Braves again for Tukey. And a Braves Bryce Wilson insert. So it's a Braves kind of day at the moment, isn't it? If you've got Atlanta, you're in pretty good shape. So that was box number 2, cutting into box number 3 of 6 right now. To 2019, we're continuing on our run of Braves here. This is Soroka for Atlanta. The Twins, hollow foil, Tyler Austin, evolution of the game for the Marlins. The Blue Jays and Danny Jansen. And our first relic out of the third box is Evan Longoria. It is numbered to 150 for the Giants. Ryan, we got 2 different Ryans in here tonight. Ryan McMaster says a break isn't a break unless you find a Tukey autograph. He has been coming out a lot this year, hasn't he? I'm not going to disagree with you on that. He has been showing up a fair amount. Johnny, you want another Braves autograph, but you would like it to be Acuna? Well, my friend, we've got the Mojo request in. We'll see how it comes back to us. See if we can manifest one for you or not. Meanwhile, the Miami Marlins, that's going to be numbered to 67. Sorry, 76. Dyslexic for Sandy Alcantara. Let's try that again. As in spirit of 76. As in, yeah, patriotic. I'm a little off the mark on that. 76. Faces of the franchise, Minnesota Twins. Adam Conley, Marlins, 150th logo. Oh, man. I love that card. Johnny Bench, Cincinnati Reds, and that is for sure a short print. And that's just such a great picture. I love that. Oh, Reds, that's a very cool SP, man. Very, very cool. The Giants and Aramis Garcia. All right. Onward and upward we go. still 3-1 Reds in this at the bottom of the 7th. Okay, all right. Thank you, Pimpo. Always keeping me updated, man. I appreciate you guys that follow those scores for me while we're breaking. Mazzara, Texas Rangers to 2019. That is Gary V. Randy Johnson. Mariners should be to 299. And there it is, numbered to 299 for Seattle. Hollow foil for the Marlins. It's got a bad corner. You can kind of catch it down there in that lower right because it's hollow foil. I can see it. It's definitely got an imperfect corner on the Starlin Castro. Miami Marlins, iconic. The Angels, Reggie Jackson. All right. Pimpo, no, the Johnny Bench Joe Morgan is a regular short print. It has, see, it's numbered to 31. Can you see that little code on the back? Anytime it says 31, it's just a short print. If it says 32, then it's an SSP. The SSP is a little bit harder to come by, as you might expect. I think we've only pulled, out of the first 2 cases, we only pulled 1 SSP. Of course, plenty of short prints, but only one that was super short. Blue, once again, those aren't numbered, but don't come out super often. That's Kansas City Royals and Filmer. Adam Wainwright to 2019 for the Cardinals. Kansas City Royals, Bonifacio, hollow foil. Faces of the franchise for the Angels. 150th anniversary Yankees and Greg Bird. This is a short print as well. It is Dennis Eckersley for the A's. Some of them, most of them, you can just recognize right when you see them because a lot of them are our retired and Hall of Famers in this set. Some are current players, obviously, but Ken Griffey Jr., Mariners. Most of the SPs in here are pretty easy to spot. Yeah, you love Johnny Bench too. I know, right? He was just like such a good guy. I don't know. He's just one of my personal favorites. As I said, he and Hank Aaron are my 2 absolute top guys. And then I have several others that I like as well. Ernie Banks, Rod Carew, Ozzie, you know, the usual suspects. To 2019, Patrick Wisdom and the Rangers. Garrett Cole, Astros, with the 2015 logo on the front. And this is our other manufactured relic that we can find in here with the MLB player. That is Mr. Acuna. So it's not autographed, but Johnny, we did find you something with Acuna and your Braves. So your mojo's not too far offline tonight. Chris Davis and the A's for the Mariners, Ichiro. And that's got us back to basics. Ryan, you said Dennis Eckersley still has the exact same hair. Does he for real? I haven't seen him recently, but he seriously still has the exact, like, that long? That's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, you know, whatever makes him happy, right? Who am I to judge? I have to wear a hat usually when I do breaks to keep my hair out of my eyes and out of my face while I'm trying to do the breaks. So my hair always practically in a mohawk by the time I'm done. Pujols and the Angels. For the Phillies, Neshek to 2019. For the Phillies, Bryce Harper with a hollow foil. And another one with kind of a bad lower right corner there that I can notice. Bob Gibson for the Cardinals. The Astros and Valdez. And we've already seen that once, so I know that's base. We already flipped it and checked it on another pack. Because I originally thought it wasn't, but it was. So we've got a black border here, Chiswick, for the Cubbies. And of course our black borders are numbered to 67. Well, the ones that are the standard card. If we find another one, like when we saw Gary V's and like that, those are to 299. But when you find the base card, black border, it's numbered differently. Rodriguez, hollow foil, Tigers. Rivera for the Yankees. For the Red Sox, that's J.D. Martinez. So both of our relics have already come out for this case, but we haven't seen our autograph yet. So we still have that waiting to be found. Meanwhile, here's Chris Iannetta for the Rockies with the Gary V's insert. Home Run Challenge, Francisco Lindor, Indians. Johnny Mize, Cardinals. Here's our autograph. It's the Pirates, Nick Birdie. And that is a sticker autograph, which is not super common in here, but when we find them, they're usually low-numbered parallels, just like this one. It is numbered to 25 on our Legacy of Baseball autograph card, Nick Birdie and the Pirates. And the Twins with Jake Cave, and then from there we're back on to the base. Well, let's see if we can, want to make sure. Yeah, see, I felt like I went a little too far on that one. That's why we always kind of look at the cards right before we get to the Tootsie Roll Center, so we make sure we're on the mark. Jameson Taillon, 2019 Pirates. For the Indians, that is numbered to 150, and that is, once again, the stats back kind of deal. Got the 150th logo on there for the Red Sox, and a Carlton Fisk short print for the Red Sox. I think we pulled Carlton out of maybe the last case or case before last. And every time I look at it, I think it's really terribly miscut. Because, well, first of all, most of these, the way they do the border this year, I think makes them look like they're miscut. But that one especially, because of where the top of his head is. Ken Griffey Jr., Mariners. Blue Jays, Reese McGuire. All right, last pack of box number 3 coming at you right now. Rowdy Tellez, Toronto Blue Jays to 2019. For the Mets, that is Darryl Strawberry. It is numbered to 150. Oh, look at that. Kyle Farmer just homered. So Verlander's given up 2 home runs tonight to my Reds. Nice. 4-1 the score. Very nice. Gary Sanchez, Yankees. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Montreal Expos. So once again, cards always are going to stay with their franchise, okay? So the former Montreal Expos, I think probably most of you know, are the current Washington Nationals. So Vlad Guerrero Sr. as an Expo goes to the Nationals. And that is Kevin Newman for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we've already seen this. We know that's a base. So we're at the halfway point right now. We are doing 3 down, 3 to go. Ryan Miller, what are you saying about Ted Williams? Was there a Ted Williams in here that I went by? Is that what you're saying? Did I miss a Ted Williams, or you're saying something else about Ted Williams? I'm not entirely sure what that is. You got to work with me, man. My poor brain. I did not sleep well last night. You know, I'm always challenged to multitask anyway and remember all the various things we're talking about. And on that one, I don't remember. I'm sorry, man. Help me out. For the Brewers, blue border Yelich. This is the 2019 Chris Shaw and the Giants. A hollow foil for the Cubs, and this one is not as bad, but you can again see a little, just a minute imperfection on that one for the Cubs. I don't know why these are kind of funky. Faces of the Franchise Nationals. For the Oakland A's, that's Triggs. Cubbies, Ryan Sandberg. Oh, I know what I got you now. You're saying it looks like the card is miscut on the Ted Williams throwback card. Yeah, I know, right? There are several of them. See, I told you I'd forget what it was we'd been talking about. Sorry, man. Oh, yeah. All right. It's the way the borders are done. That's why half of these cards look like they're miscut when they're not this year, just because of the card design. I've gotten used to it now, but when we did Series 1, man, it really drove me to distraction. 2019, Rizzo and the Cubs. Kutch, Phillies. And a relic, our first relic out of this box, Chris Davis and the Oakland A's. So that's our manufactured relic. We will still be looking for our non-manufactured relic, and of course our signature in here. Minnesota Twins, the Cardinals, Ponce de Leon, does anybody know, by the way, did the Nationals game and Nationals Phillies, is that game actually taking place tonight? It got rained out last night, and then I saw it was under a weather delay earlier. I never saw if it actually got underway, or did it get rained out and canceled again tonight? Does anybody know? Just offhand. The Giants and Ray Black. That is numbered 250 down there in the corner with our gold parallel on the 35th anniversary card design. The Cardinals, as a team, kind of. Giancarlo Stanton should be back pretty soon for the Yankees. Royals and Brad Keller. Pimpo, I tell you what, those foil cards, it's not really that they're, I guess maybe they're a tiny bit more fragile than the others, but it's not so much that. It's just that for whatever reason, in this set, as in Series 2 in general, they seem to have some weird corners. And I've noticed that on others as well, not just what we're seeing tonight. I've seen more tonight than I generally see, but I don't know what happened. It must have been something in the way they're manufactured, because, when you see them that way right out of the pack multiple times, there's something weird going on. San Diego Sluggers, numbered to 76. But usually they're not too bad. It's just, I don't know what's going on with them this year. Marlins and Alfaro. Don Larson and the Yankees. The Rays and Jalen Beeks. I guess it's whatever process they have to go through to get that little, hollow foil coat or whatever. Maybe they had a machine that was acting funky or something. Game postponed again tonight. Daggone it. All right. Oh, that messes me up big time. That is, yeah, that's bad. that does not do me any favors. Number to 2019, that's the Dodgers. Talking about that little fantasy game I played. I mean, that's 2 nights in a row. They have totally messed me over with that. Chris Archer and the Pirates, numbered to 67. For the Tigers, Matt Moore. Aw, Bo Jackson and the Royals. The Angels. So, I mean, good grief. How much rain are they getting? We're getting a lot of rain in this area, too, but they can still get the games played in between. And thank you, Pimpo and Ryan, both for answering that, by the by. Uh-oh, I just saw a notice pop up that Alex Bregman hit a home run, a 2-run homer. So, that can't be good. Aaron Sanchez to 2019 Blue Jays. Hollow foil Mets with J.D. Davis. And an Austin Meadows short print for the Tampa Bay Rays. Raleigh Fingers, Oakland A's. The Mariners, Kikuchi. I think he's pitching tonight. He hasn't been quite as good as I think. Well, he hasn't been quite as good as I thought he was going to be. I can't speak to how I guess everybody else thought he was going to be, but I thought he was going to be a little better than I've seen him so far. But hey, I guess they cannot all come over and be Shohei Ohtani, right? Who finally seems to be back in his groove, hitting-wise, by the way. For the Red Sox, Brian Johnson to 2019. For the Oakland A's, a hollow foil, Rodney Fernando. Bryce Harper and the Phillies, that's a short print. Evolution of the Game is coming up next for the St. Louis Cardinals. Whoops, I don't need to set that in housekeeping. We know same thing on both sides. Ozzy, Braves. And our non-manufactured relic for this box is Paul Goldschmidt for the Cardinals. I started to say the Arizona Cardinals. I'm so used to, just get so used to saying Diamondbacks for him. And then I get now, sometimes I think I try to combine them. I try to make them a football team. And there we go. That is the White Sox. Daniel Palka to 2019. Don Larson, Yankees to 299. Presley, Astros. K-Line, Tigers. Yankees and Severino. I see a home run derby card. Let's work our way back and make sure we start where we're supposed to in there. Gary V's, Texas Rangers, Hunter Pence. Home run Jose Altuve. Well, that didn't do you much good right now, but he's been out a while. You got to think he's close to coming back. Mazeroski, Pirates. Another Braves autograph. Are you kidding me? So, of the 4 autographs we've seen, 3 of them are Braves in here. Johan Camargo for the Braves. Wow. Don Mattingly, Yankees. So, you are getting your money's worth tonight for the Braves, to say the least. Got relics. You've got 3 of the 4 autographs. Panini, or Topps rather, did not do a really good job randomizing the hits in this case, did they? I'm going to say not so much. Clemente, Pirates. For the Indians to 2019, Roberto Perez, a hollow foil for the Twins. Phil Niekro and the Braves. The Rangers and Patrick Wisdom. And that's that. Headed into box 5 of 6. Oh, Ryan McMaster, Pimpo are both telling me that Altuve is going to start tomorrow. Okay. I knew he had to be getting close. And Aaron Judge is getting close, and Stanton's getting close. We've got a lot of guys that have been out for a while that are come close to back. I think Scooter Gennett is at least back at a rehab assignment, so we're slowly but surely getting these guys worked back around into things. Sierra, Marlins to 2019. And behind that for the Astros, Stase. Kutch and the Phillies. That is a short print as well. Poor Kutch, man. Tore his ACL running the bases. Out for the season. Real Muto, but he's a Marlin on this card still. So that goes to the Marlins. Our first relic out of box number 5 here is Vlad Guerrero Sr. Once again, Expos are the Nationals. So Vlad Guerrero Sr. heads to the Nats with a manufactured relic. Johnny Bench. My man, Johnny Bench. Alright, that wrapper is not behaving. We'll go about it the long way. Do it like that. Since it wants to act like that. Matt Kemp. Cincinnati Reds, 2019. Tampa Bay Rays, hollow foil, Yarborough. Faces of the franchise, Miami Marlins. Montgomery, Cubbies. Darryl Strawberry for the Mets. And I believe that is that. That is one thing I really like about the way Topps does Series 1, Series 2, and Update, is that they put all the stuff you need to find right in the middle of the jumbo packs. It makes it so much easier. You know, in the hobby, it's not like that. It's all spread out everywhere. So it's always better to open the jumbo of Series 1, Series 2, and Update. Brock Holt to 2019 for the Red Sox. And Bryce Harper, this is vintage stock. It is numbered to 99 for the Phillies. Red Sox. Nunez. And Roger Clemens' greatest moments. Robin Yount, Brewers. Well, I've gone too far, I believe. No, maybe not. Maybe Vlad is going to be the first. Yeah, I guess he is. Let's just make sure. But I think he is actually the first one in the center on this one is Vlad Guerrero Jr. That is our third one of Baby Vlad tonight. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put all 3 of those in sleeves. We'll just do that right now because we're going to be recapping them anyway. There. Faces of the franchise for the Cincinnati Reds. San Diego Padres. Blue Jays, Rowdy Tellez. What were we opening? Finest that we opened. Was that last night or was that night before last? Whenever we opened that most recent Finest, it was crazy for the Blue Jays, like the Braves have been in here tonight. There were 3, 4 autographs for the Blue Jays and a pair of Rowdy Tellez and a couple other guys too. I mean, it was odd. I mean, just like tonight, it's super weird that 3 of the 4 autographs so far have been the Braves. I find that really strange, but anyway. Jeffress for the Brewers. Yu Darvish and the Cubbies to 2019. There's Dakota Hudson, St. Louis Cardinals to 50. And is that technically our Mother's Day parallel in here, maybe? Walker Buehler, hollow foil, Dodgers. A little Dizzy Dean mixing it up for the Cardinals. The Giants, Will Clark. Devers hit a home run in the 7th. It's now 2-1 Red Sox over Twins. Oh, all right. You know, I always liked Rafael Devers. He's another one that's really just not been as good as I thought he was going to be. I mean, he's still good, of course. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely still good. But I somehow just thought he was going to be a bit better than he has been. But I think he's awfully young, too. So I imagine as he gets a little more age and experience on him, he's probably going to keep getting better. But I have always liked him. That is the Twins and Mejia to 2019. A hollow foil, bad lower right corner. You can see down there Manny Machado and the Padres. Lou Brock, Cardinals. Corbin Burns, Brewers. Brian says Big Baby Face is crushing it. He's a good kid. I mean, I enjoy watching him play too. Dustin Fowler, Oakland A's to 2019. And that is for the Red Sox with a little hollow foil. Evolution of Baseball, Atlanta Braves. Indians, Simber. Our second relic out of this box, and it's Mookie Betts for the Red Sox. So a little Mookie action. Let's check that one. All right, make sure we were in our right spot. We're starting off with the White Sox and Carlton Fisk with the blue border. Familia, 2019 Mets. The Rockies will be to 299. 150th logo on the front for Eloy and the White Sox. And Kyle Wright and the Atlanta Braves on a short print. So the Braves just keep on keeping on with a, a Kyle Wright short print added to their haul. Derek Jeter, iconic for the Yankees. The Pirates, Nick Birdie. For the Atlanta Braves, that is to 2019. Harper and the Phillies, numbered to 150. That's the stats back one That's what somebody else told me that's called. I can't ever remember the name of it, but you guys tell me it's stats back. I believe you. Bad right, lower right corner. Again, on a hollow foil. Samarja, whatever. For the Giants. Max Scherzer for the Nats. The Orioles and DJ Stewart. Austin Romine for the Yankees. Might be back to regular. Yeah, he is. Oh, Ryan, I knew who you were talking about with Rafael Devers. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can look at his face. He looks like he's 5 years old. He's got a very, very young face, and he is actually very young. That's why I say I think he'll even get better as he continues to get a little more age on him. Kyle Schwarber and the Cubbies with a home run challenge. Don Larson for the Yankees, and you guys are not going to believe this. So thus far, we've had 3 Braves autographs and 1 Pirate. We get another Pirate. We are 3 Braves and 2 Pirates at this point in. That is crazy. Kevin Kramer, it should be numbered to 150 on the back. There it is in the lower corner. So did somebody just kind of sit around one day and think, ha ha ha, it'd be really funny to do a whole box that was nothing but like Pirates and Braves autographs, or a whole case, I mean? I don't know. Phillies, De Los Santos. I think that's back to regular after that. So you know what this is. It is last box mojo time. That's right. This is where we collectively kind of gather our mojo. We hope here to find some big, smoky, fiery hits out of our last box to bring it home tonight with something good. So let's see if the last box mojo will deliver for us this evening. He looks like baby Huey. That's pretty good, Ryan. Oh, Lord. I'm going to start calling him baby Huey. Vlad Guerrero Jr. So that is, I believe, our 4th one. I've got them set over there in the recap pile, so we'll find out for sure, but I think it is. Ramirez for the Angels. A Reese McGuire short print for the Blue Jays. Willie Stargell, Pirates. The Red Sox, Chris Sale. Wait a second. No, that does say 62. Exactly. Pimpo's got it down. He's typing it in over there. Last box mojo time. You got it, my friend. You are on it. You're working that mojo with me. I know you are. Mel Ott and the Yankees. Kepler for the Twins to 2019. Pete Alonso, hey, for the Mets with the 150th anniversary logo on it. And our manufactured relic, which should be numbered to 150 on the back, it is Joey Gallo for the Rangers, and there's our numbering in the lower corner over there. JD Martinez, Red Sox, the Cubbies, and Javi Baez. And that's that. All right, let me check. I want to check this one too, just to make sure. Yeah. Rodriguez to 2019 Red Sox. A hollow foil, bad lower right corner. Again, Astros, Garrett Cole. Another Mel Ott for the Yankees. The A's and McGuire. That pack is finished up. Oh, Pimpo, you got the emojis down, my friend. You're always really good at doing our last box mojo emojis. I like it. For the Indians to 2019, a hollow foil with a bad lower right corner again. Marte and the Diamondbacks. I mean, that's just almost got to be something that happened in manufacturing. There's way too many of those that have a weird, the same corner every time. The Braves, faces of the franchise. The Phillies, with the 150th logo on the front. The Nats and Max Scherzer. So they had to have had, like, I'm assuming they probably have, like most manufacturing things, different lines that produce these packs or cards or collate them or whatever they do to them. I think one of their things must have been malfunctioning for some of this when they were making them. Sabathia, 2019, Yankees. For the Royals, that's going to be numbered to 299, Heath Filmer. The Cubbies with the 150th, Brandon Morrow. Manny Machado, iconic for the Orioles. The A's and Martini. Ryan says it's somebody's first day at work. Yeah, you never know. They're like, yeah, go ahead. Practice on Series 2. We don't care. I'm telling you. I don't know. It is weird, though, isn't it? I mean, I think it is. It's way too often to just be coincidental. To 2019, Avia for the Diamondbacks. But yet it's not every single one, so it's weird. For the Yankees, Greg Bird. Dave Winfield, Yankees. The Indians and Francisco Lindor. See if we can find an autograph in this box that's not a Pirate or a Brave, right? Evolution of Baseball. This is going to be another one that's going to end up in housekeeping because it's not a specific team on it. So we've got 2 of them up there now that'll be going out by way of random. For the Pirates, Kang to 2019. A hollow foil for the Marlins. Same deal, lower right. Adam Conley. Manny Machado, Dodgers. The Mariners, Justice Sheffield. A relic is out for Roger Clemens and the Red Sox. There you go. Little Clemens relic. Not too shabby for your Red Sox. Kenta Maeda, Dodgers to 2019. I believe this will be numbered on the back. Johnny Mize and the Cardinals, yeah, to 150. Alfaro, Marlins. A short print for the Brewers, Robin Yount. Max Scherzer and the Nationals coming up next. The Giants and Steven Duggar. Whoops, hang on. All right. Pretty well I know at this point, like, what we're moving on from. Usually on that last card, you can kind of look at it and go like, yeah, that's a base. But I still usually flip them just so we're 100% sure, since it is a middle of the pack kind of thing. I figure always better safe than sorry, right? All right, I think that's a super short print. That's what I thought, but I wanted to flip it over and make sure. So there's an SSP for us, guys. And it's headed to the Cardinals, Johnny Mize, with a nice little SSP. 150th Red Sox, Leon. It is now 4-3 Reds, top of the ninth. Oh, boy. Catfish Hunter for the A's. We're going to get another short print in this pack. We already had the SSP. Now we've got a regular SP. Pretty good little pack right here at the moment. Mariners. Astros. And it looks like our autograph for the last box held out to the very last pack. How about that? Well, if I can manage to tear it open, perhaps. Gary V. insert for the Yankees. Derek Jeter. A home run challenge, Gleyber Torres, Yankees. Irvin and the Giants, once again, former New York Giants, current San Francisco Giants, so that's where it goes. Cal Ripken and the Orioles. And our last out, this is going to make Jay Allen so happy. That's specifically what he asked for in this break before he had to, wander off and get some sleep because he has to get up so crazy early. So he will love Last Box Mojo of this because it's a relic, it's an autograph, it's numbered to 30, and it's exactly the player he wanted. It is Rhys Hoskins for the Philadelphia Phillies coming out of Last Box. Yeah, true, right, Pimpo? Last Box, Last Pack Mojo came out and helped Jay Allen out right there at the end with Rhys Hoskins. All right, so we have a few things to do here before we recap. One of them is going to be to open up our silver packs. Another one will be to give away those two cards right there that don't have team affiliations on them. And after we get that stuff done, we will recap our short prints, our SSPs, our numbered cards that are not the ones numbered to 2019, but the others. Our blue borders and home run challenge cards and that sort of stuff. We will recap all of that as well here in a hot second. Just getting everything kind of organized, if you will. And let's go ahead and get these out of the way first, and then we'll open our silver packs right after that. So what's going to happen? I'm going to go to the spreadsheet. I'll bring you along with me. I'm going to copy all of the team names from the spreadsheet. Then we'll go to random.org, and I will paste all of the team names in there. Base cards was a bidding position, guys, same as the team, so it's included in this as well. And it's pretty easy. We're just going to buzz over to random.org, paste it in. Here's what I do with random. Without fail, if we have 9 or fewer, then I do random 3 different times, and only the third one counts. The first 2 don't count. But when we have 10 or more, as we obviously do here, we just do random 1 single time. So I'm scrolling through so you can see that everything is in here as expected. I'm going to click this little randomize button once. Whatever team ends up in the number 1 position afterwards is going to get those 2 cards that aren't affiliated with any team. So it comes up as New York Yankees. All right. So that means the Yankees can expect to get these 2 evolution of baseball cards here. And bear with me for a moment, please. They're in sleeves, so I'll demonstrate that to you in a minute. I think everybody, surely to goodness, would know I'm not going to take a Sharpie and mark all over a card. But as sure as I don't say it or demonstrate it, there will be somebody that'll say, oh my gosh, she just wrote on those cards with a Sharpie. Trust me. The one time I don't do that, that's exactly what would happen. I can almost guarantee it. Okay, so that takes care of those. Now it is time for our silver packs. So we're going to have a few cards in here and the little advertising thing on the back. So we've got Pirates, Yankees, Brewers, Angels, and then the little advertising doohickey that is in every single pack. Cardinals, Pirates, White Sox, and a numbered White Sox. And the Big Hurt is numbered to 75. So Chicago picking up a little numbered hit there. Yankees, Dodgers, White Sox, and Dodgers are going to pick up a numbered one. And it is Kirsch to 150. Little Clayton Kershaw. Cubs, Padres, Braves, White Sox. Yankee, Dodger, White Sox, Philly. Padre, Brave, White Sox, and the Oakland A's with Martini to 99. Yankees, Royals, Cubs, Cubs. I don't like my stacks to get too high. You guys know this about me. I don't know why. I just don't. I like them to stay a nice low amount. I don't like them to get high and slide around and go crazy on me. Phillies, Nationals, Pirates, Yankees. Haha, the Reds win it 4-3. I love it. I can't believe we won it with Verlander up. Finally, we're on the right side of a one-run game. We've been losing all those one-run games. That was Blue Jays with Rowdy Tellez. And then there's Twins, Astros, and Mariners. I'm glad we finally managed to win one. Reds, Red Sox, A's, and Jays. And then the last little silver pack here is Red Sox, Astros, Phillies, Nationals. All right, so that's everything that we needed to actually open tonight. But we do have a little recapping to do, so let's get rocking and rolling with that. So the Vlad Guerrero Juniors I just set out separately just because I figure I want to know how many are in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. As I said, that's kind of what we've been averaging. First case was 4, second case 5, this case 4. Our blue borders, they're not numbered, but they're not common either, as you can see. White Sox, Brewers, the Royals, and the Red Sox. Our home run challenge cards are Brewers, Red Sox, Indians, Yankees, Cubs, and Astros. Let's do our numbered stuff. This is numbered with no autograph or relic attached. So the Oakland A's and Martini to 99, the Dodgers and Kershaw to 150, and the Big Hurt to 75 for the White Sox. Those all came, of course, out of our silver packs. And that is Johnny Mize Cardinals to 150 to 299 for the Royals, to 150 for the Phillies, to 299 for the Rockies, the Cardinals to 50, the Phillies to 99, that's the vintage stock one. That is Yankees to 299, the Pirates to 67, Padres to 76, to 50 for the Giants, the Mets to 150 for Darryl Strawberry, Cleveland Indians to 150, the Cubbies to 67, to 299 for the Mariners. That is the Marlins to 76, the Yankees to 99, the Indians to 150, Red Sox to 299, the Cincinnati Reds to 299, the Blue Jays numbered to 150, the Giants, numbered to 50, and the Marlins to 67. Now our short print and super short print. So Catfish Hunter for the A's is a short print. We have one SSP, and that is this handsome card right here. That is Johnny Mize and the Cardinals super short print. Robin Yount, Brewers. And that's what happens when they're in a sleeve. Sometimes they like to slide off of the other ones, but he literally just slid, so he's all right in there. But of course the goal is that they don't slide, but I'll show him to you again. But he's no worse for the wear for having taken a little slide there. Reese McGuire and the Blue Jays. For the for the Atlanta Braves, it's Kyle Wright. Where'd I get Oakland A's? Andrew McCutchen and the Phillies. Bryce Harper and the Phillies. Austin Meadows, Tampa Bay Rays. The Red Sox and Carlton Fisk. Eckersley for the A's. Oh man, Johnny Bench, the Cincinnati Reds. Love that. Ozzie Albies, Atlanta Braves. Cody Bellinger for the Dodgers, the Nationals, and Steven Strasburg, and the Dodgers with Rue. Now, these are our relic and autograph hits. Rhys Hoskins combination autograph and relic. That is a sticker auto, by the way. We did get a pinstripe on our relic. Very nice. And it is numbered to 30 for the Phillies. The Pirates and Kevin Kramer to 150. The Pirates and Nick Birdie to 25. The Braves with Johan. The Braves with Tukey. And the Braves with Sean Newcomb. So the Braves had quite a good night. Our relics, Red Sox, Roger Clemens, Joey Gallo, and the Texas Rangers to 150. I guess I'll show you the back of Roger Clemens too. He's not numbered, but that's all right. Mookie Betts, Red Sox. Manufactured relic, Expos, Vlad Guerrero Sr. Once again, Expos are Nationals, so it goes to the Nats. Paul Goldschmidt and the St. Louis Cardinals. See, I almost did it again. Chris Davis and the Oakland A's, numbered to 25. Acuna for the Braves. Evan Longoria, Giants, numbered to 150. For the Nationals, Juan Soto, numbered to 25. A manufactured relic here for Tony Gwynn and the Padres, numbered to 50. The Pirates and Chris Archer, numbered to 50. I forgot the Pirates had a relic. And then I love this one. This is Ernie Banks for the Cubbies, numbered to 150. All right, so that is the break. That is the recap. Let's put up the spreadsheet information one final time. For anybody who might have missed it earlier, we'll take a look now at what's coming up in the days ahead, as well as your shipping information for our breaks tonight. So once again, the Jersey break, if you were in that one and you got skunked, your consolation card I would typically hang on to until your next package ships, simply because it is a free shipping break. But if you want it sooner, you just hit me up, let me know. I'll gladly take care of it. Jersey should be on the way to you no later than a week from today, Tuesday the 25th. Oftentimes they go sooner, oftentimes much sooner, but should not be any later than that. For our Top Series 2, I'm expecting that to be on the way to you approximately Saturday. As always, if I can get it out faster, I will gladly do so. And what else about that? Everybody pull cards, so we don't worry about consolation cards there. And as one final reminder, base cards had its own bidding category as outlined in the listing description. So all the base cards ship to that category. All the stuff that we stopped and looked at individually there, that's all the stuff that goes to the teams. Now, coming up, tomorrow night, Museum Collection Baseball. It releases tomorrow. We'll open a case of it tomorrow night. On Thursday, we're going to open Bowman Baseball Jumbo. It's a half case break, 4 boxes make that up. It's the start of a new case. And paper base cards have their own bidding spot. Paper base doesn't go to the teams. Autograph cards, numbered cards, chrome cards, which by default is also all the inserts because they're all chrome, go to the team. Anything that's paper base that's not one of those things goes to the paper base category. Once again, you can find full description of that or full information on that in the description. On Friday night, we'll do a 3-box case of Leaf autographed baseball bats and another case of museum collection baseball. Saturday is an off night. On Sunday, we're going to do Series 2 Jumbo one more time. It will have silver packs with it once again, and same as it was tonight, base cards will have their own bidding spot and do not ship out to the teams. And I guess that has got us covered for tonight. So thank you once again, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you joining me, spending part of your evening with me. I hope that you have a fantastic week ahead. And if I don't see you again tomorrow night, I hope I will see you again sometime soon. So take care. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye now.